What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Berm, and today we are hitting the VGC Regulation E ranked ladder with this Normal Gem Bloodmoon Ursaluna team. Before we begin, if you wouldn't mind liking, commenting, subscribing, helping this video reach more people, helping the channel grow, I sure would appreciate that. We're trying to get 10K by the end of the year. Don't know if we can, but hitting buttons is going to help us do it. I can tell you that much, okay? So, you know, whether it's right now, whether it's while you're watching the video, you want me to earn it a little bit, I get it. Or at the very end of the video because you almost forgot, but then the video is about to end and I'm going to remind you again at the end of the video. Hit some buttons on the way out. Like, comment. The algorithm likes it when they see that people are immediately commenting and liking on a video that's only minutes, an hour old. You know what I mean? Just so you're aware, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Tuesday night. I am streaming. I am battling against the chat. I'm using teams, both that I've already released as rental codes and teams that I'm going to be releasing as like an early access kind of thing. If you want to come battle me with a team that you have or a team that you've borrowed, absolutely feel free to borrow a team. Use one of my own teams. People have used my own teams against me to great success. Come by on a Tuesday night. It'd be really, really fun to see you. And just be aware that I have released a video and rental code for all three of the loyal three. And also a Dipplin, Alolan Ninetales team just yesterday. All of those teams, including this team, are subject to be deleted next week. Maybe not this team. I don't know if I'll get 5 teams out next week, so Dipplin and Ursaluna might be safe. But definitely the loyal 3. They're going to disappear. So if you're interested in any of those teams and any of those videos, go watch them, go borrow them, because then you'll have them until I delete the rental code. Not going to break this team down fully right now, but the rental code's on screen. It's also in the PokePaste, as is, it's also in the description, as is the PokePaste, and a full team breakdown with all the stats and spreads. If you want to use it for yourself, change a thing or two, let me know if you do. Basically, the idea here is damage. Let's deal normal damage, and ghosts can't avoid it with Ursaluna. It is hard Trick Room. You're going for Trick Room every single time you play with this team. It's not my typical strategy, so I'm excited to try and pull it off today. And accidentally, I think this is less of a meme team. Not that I'm like always going for meme teams. I'm always trying to use Pokemon that are either niche strategies or Pokemon that are new. And I think that's maybe what I've stumbled upon here because I just wanted to use Ursaluna and Dusclops for the first time in Regulation E. But I think they're actually really good, and I think this team is actually pretty viable. It's gotten me a bunch of wins in Master Ball, so I'm excited for it. I hope you're excited for it. And if you're using it to any success, let me know. I genuinely do want to know this stuff. You can do that on Discord as well, by the way. Link to that, it's all in the description. It's all there. Without any further ado, let's hop into some battles here, shall we? Okay. I love seeing that team. Why? My favorite Pokemon's on that team. One of my favorite Pokemon. Top 3 favorite Pokemon. I'd feel bold enough to say at this point that my top 3 favorite Pokemon are Lickitung, Croagunk, not in this order, and maybe now Munkidori. I really like that Pokemon a lot. And it's really scary to see it on a Chi-Yu team. Especially because I don't have any Steel types. So we gotta get that Trick Room up. I do have... I'll tell you what, I do have Armarouge, which does have Wide Guard. So maybe that's a way to do this. I feel like that's my way I'm going to set up Trick Room today. Yep. We're going to give it a go. We'll put Ursaluna in the back. We might not get Helping Hand support from Dusclops down here. But Glastrier feels pretty good. Feels good to have like an Assault Vest user. And it has a move for every single Pokemon here, so I really like Glastrier. It's funny, I barely use... Every now and then there's like a new Pokemon that I don't make a team for, and then it kind of slips past me. As far as like, you know, me getting into a groove of using it. I feel like Basculegion was maybe something like that. I didn't really make a team for Basculegion, and I never really used it, even though I know that a lot of people used it to great success. And back in Sword and Shield, Glastrier was that for me. And I'm bringing it to a lot of games with this team, and I'm liking it a lot. All right, we got a bear, we got a goldfish. Now, It is likely that the Urshifu moves first here, yeah? Is it likely that Armorage dies to like a Dark Pulse? I feel like it's possible, man. Which might mean that we have to do something that is something that you're going to have to do, which is Tera turn 1 just to avoid getting knocked out and guarantee that you get the Trick Room. It's not my favorite way to use Tera on this team, but getting Trick Room up is so advantageous and so important for the strat that it becomes something that you're just willing to do. Now, would I much rather normal Tera Ursaluna and use the normal gem and absolutely demolish things? Absolutely, I would. Actually, Chi-Yu outsped there. That might be a Choice Scarf Chi-Yu or a weird Urshifu set. No, it's Life Orb. Is that a weird Urshifu set? I think maybe it's a weird Urshifu set. Unless I'm completely wrong about the speed tiers, but I'm pretty confident that Urshifu outspeeds Chi-Yu normally. Urshifu has base 97 speed. Chi-Yu? Oh, Chi-Yu's base 100. That Pokemon does outspeed. Regardless, I needed to Tera Grass, right? I thought I'd be taking a Dark Pulse there, but this was actually much better. I probably would have taken more damage to a Dark Pulse, to be totally honest. You know what? Special defense is being dropped right now. So I'm going to go for that. We have to Hyper Voice, and I guess I could Heat Wave. Yeah, I could Heat Wave and get away with it, as long as I hit the Heat Waves. I know that it's not very effective, but I just needed to hit these things. And I'm nervous that if I don't... I'm nervous that if I don't kill the Chi-Yu with the Hyper Voice... You know what? Chi-Yu is not who I'm worried about. I'm worried about the freaking Urshifu. I'm worried about the Urshifu. We see a Tera. I don't think it's going to matter, actually. It might only hurt you. Tera Ghost. Did nobody tell? Don't tell me nobody told my friend over there that that's not going to help. Money. Defensively Teraing turn 1 into a Grass Tera just to get up Trick Room isn't my favorite way to use Tera, but I didn't waste it like my opponent just did, at least. Mind's Eye is an absolutely broken ability. Unfortunately, we lose Armorage. But that's okay. Because you know what? It just keeps I'd rather lose Pokemon to get in more Trick Room sweepers while Trick Room's still up. We got Monkey Dory coming out now. Let's double check just how many turns. Oh, 3 sweet turns of Trick Room, baby. We Hyper Voice again. That kills Chi-Yu. And I feel like I could just Heavy Slam the Monkey Dory, to be honest with you. That thing's pretty light. They're going to try and fake out. They're going to forget that Psychic Terrain's active. Huge mistake. Huge mistake. Hate to do it to you there, bud. Recede like your hairline. You and me both, friend. And here comes Flutter Mane, and just because it's fun. Just because it's fun. Oh, speed heightened, not where you want to be. Let's hit that thing with the normal move, baby. I mean, it's the optimal play. They're going to protect for 1 turn. They're going to try and go for 2 protects, which I don't blame them. In fact, that was a really good play because now I can't use Blood Moon again. Can't go back to back, even if it goes into Protect. But obviously, it's not like it totally matters if they fail this Protect here on the last turn of Trick Room. It's over. And honestly, even if they do get it, they don't. Even if they did get it, we'd be in a pretty good spot regardless. This Fluttermane probably can't take out these two bulky Sons of Guns before we get at least one more turn in there. So, GG's, AJ. GG's. Good game to my opponent. Oh. We got a Moltres from back in the day. Also Gyarados from back in the day. Interesting. They're not equipped for Trick Room, right? Psychic Terrain just stops Trick Room. And also, this is not even a game where I have to necessarily bring Armarouge. Like, I don't want to bring Armarouge purely because of the Flash Fire potential. Ursaluna kind of does what I need it to do. No, it does not lead, though. Especially with Helping Hand support. So let's do that, let's do that, let's do that. Last Pokemon. Because of the Grass type, because of the Golden Go, I'm not going to opt for Amoonguss. I think we just rock the Glastrier. Yeah. It's got stuff for things, right? It's got stuff for things. It's as good a reason as any. It's seriously rare that you find a Pokemon that normal Tera'd with normal gem, Helping Hand boosted Hyper Voice doesn't just completely obliterate. And like a Steel type is honestly like a pretty reliable way to live something like that. But in my mind, in my experience, it's even harder to live than like Make It Rain was back when Series 1 dropped. I mean, it was downright impossible. We got an Assault Vest, and we got a Mago Berry. Can look up what that does. We are Frisk Dusclops, by the way. You're not going to use that in open team sheet, but right here on the ranked ladder, very useful. Let's hit the follow me. And I always want to follow me, because even if Indeedee doesn't go down like it did in that first game, we do have the eject button, and I want to easily get in my next Pokemon. What's a Mago Berry, gang? Restores 1/3 max. Oh, it's just a Pinch Berry that nobody uses. I've never seen Mago Berry used. Confuses if minus speed nature. Oh. Why don't more Pokemon use that? That's weird. It's always wiki in my mind. Oh, they burned Indeedee there. I think I can bring in Ursaluna here. I think so. I want it. It seems like my opponent led with two pretty bulky mons, though. They go for the EQ. Fun play. So, I'm going to Tera normal. And I'm going to go for the Hyper Voice here. But I'm not going to Helping Hand, just because this juicy Iron Hands is sitting right in front of me. And I don't want them to be able to Drain Punch my Ursaluna. It also might be slower than Ursaluna. He said, not sure. Bloodmoon Ursaluna has 52 speed. It's a little bit faster than regular Ursaluna. And 50 speed is Iron Hand. So it really just depends on if they bred for Trick Room at all. They don't have a Trick Room option on their team, so I wouldn't be surprised if they have 31 speed IVs. But we're going to find that out just based on whether or not Ursaluna moves first. We land the Willow. That's fantastic news. And I want to assume that the Iron Hands there is Assault Vest. Ooh, Gyarados took that really, really well. Oh, they're just going to keep going for EQs? Hey. I'm chill with that. Especially because right now, I can literally do the same thing again. But with higher damage output than my opponent's necessarily expecting. And it's such a scary duo that I'm using right now because your opponent literally has to make a decision. Do I stop the thing that's going to sweep me right now, or do I stop the thing that will set Trick Room up again easily if I don't start chipping away at its health once I stall things out? I also find it hilarious how small you can't really see it from there unless it's a different angle because my face cam's in the way. Actually, here. The little diamond on Ursaluna's head is so tiny. It is so small. Look at that little guy. That's hilarious. It's such an opposite Tera hat to like Monkey Dory. When I used Monkey Dory, that Tera was, somebody pointed out, it was like taller itself than Monkey Dory is alone, you know. I literally am not changing anything. It doesn't look like they brought Golden Go, or else it would be out already. So we just keep Helping Hand Hyper Voicing. I'm not even going to be bothered to burn the Gyarados. It is Steel Tera. That is much better for Gyarados. Maybe I do got to burn that thing. Or maybe I just Earth Power it next turn, unless they kill me. We don't get the Moltres either. We pop its, what, a Mago Berry? What is it? There's the Mago Berry. Ooh! It's lunchtime for everybody over there. Nice little citrus. Oh, it's just an Iron Head. Do they not have a water move? A Heat Wave that Ursaluna avoids. Oh, terrible news for my opponent. One more turn of Trick Room. My instinct is actually to Bloodmoon U. I haven't seen this thing protect yet, so I'm wondering if it even has it. While I Will-O-Wisp the Gyarados, because Gyarados can't do anything. They're going to give me a head start on something. What are you giving me? Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if you just drop. Here's the animation. Oh, no. Oh, Grimmy. Grimmy, Grimmy, Grimmy. Now, Dimensions have returned, but I still have a decision to make here, which is, do I just attack anyway? And I kind of think that I might. Like, I think I Earth Power the Gyarados slot still while I Trick Room, because I don't know. Like, one of two things happens here. Either they target Dusclops to stop the Trick Room, or they hit Ursaluna, and if I protect Ursaluna to get Trick Room up, it's possible that I just waste my turn. So in my mind, I'm like, I have another sweeper in the back. Let me just do this. Oh my god, Dusclops is... Holy cow. They didn't do it. They went for the flinch on Dusclops. Dusclops' texture is so cool. It's like a knit. Has Dusclops been like a knitted doll this whole time? It looks like a sock monkey or something. People have sock monkeys overseas? I haven't seen that yet. That's really neat. And they didn't get a flinch in either case, unfortunately, for my opponent, so... Man, I'll tell you what. At the very least, it feels good after a couple of videos in a row where we had timer stalls. It feels good to be using a team that just, like, gets it done. Good game to my opponent. Big H. Big H is rocking a couple of genies. The other Moltres. Another Grass Ogerpon, which is cool. I think... Didn't we see a Grass Ogerpon already in this record? Maybe they didn't bring it. And a Glamora, which is kind of cool. It makes me kind of want to bring a Mungus just in case. Let's go with these two. I think. I really liked using Dusclops in that last one. We'll rock... You know what? I'm not going to need a Mungus again. It just doesn't have a good matchup with two grass types over there and three flying types. Like, I could soak up Toxic Spikes, but who cares if they get a layer of Toxic Spikes down? I think it's just another Glastrier, dude. Like... It's the burden of choice with this team. Like, it really is. Like, you can kind of go multiple directions. All right. This is my third battle. I'm not cutting any battles in this record so far. This is literally just my third battle. So we'll see if it goes as well. Phenomenal. I love my opponent. I love my opponent. They even look like a Bulbasaur. Like a Pikachu with a Bulbasaur bulb. That is so funny. We got a Choice Band on the Lando, and we got a Covert Cloak on the Torn. Question is, do they immediately turn one, switch in the Rillaboom to try to get the Psychic Terrain gone so they can taunt Dusclops? Maybe. But if they do that, doesn't Follow Me still work? Wouldn't it still go into Indeedee on that in that case? I'm going to give it a go. If I'm my opponent, I might like Tera, not Tera. I don't know what they're doing with this. I might just Rock Slide for the flinch. It kind of looks like they're just going to Earthquake, actually. Just a Bleak Wind. Dropping our speeds, which we're chill with. And I think here I'm actually just going to go into Glastrier. I don't think I wanted Ursaluna taking this EQ, or do I? Do I care? My instinct is saying Glastrier at the moment. They're not going to kill Dusclops. They got close, but they're not going to kill Dusclops. The other thing, too, is if they have the Moltres in the back... With Icicle Crash the Landorus, I kind of want it dead. And I can either double into Lando. It's Choice Banded. We know that it's stuck. And honestly, whatever comes in doesn't take an Ice move well. So I kind of just want to Helping Hand it. We do hit it. Good job, horse. Nice. We'll see if the Bleak Wind is enough to kill Glastrier. And again, if it is, I'm kind of fine with it. If it even hits Glastrier. Well done, gang. There's the Moltres. We're going to Icicle Crash the Moltres. I think there's a pretty good chance they protect if they have it. And I don't think with the attack boost now, I don't think I'll need the Helping Hand boost. I'm instead just going to Knight. Oh, no, we know that that's Covert Cloak on the Tornadus, right? I am going to Helping Hand. I kind of need the Moltres dead. I said this fully aware of the fact that they might protect. Maybe could have read that better. Let's see if Bleak Wind even hits. It's missing somebody. Dusclops avoids. I mean, that's different. That's different issues for my opponent. Because now it's a matter of, can Tera, normal, Ursaluna, normal gem, Bloodmoon, they can't protect because they just did kill a pretty massively specially defensive monster. I don't even care if it does. I'm more interested in the experiment. Whether it does or not, I'm always going to click it. I'm not going to calc it. I just want to see for myself if this does anything. And what's fun is that because the Indeedee took very little damage, it does have Heal Pulse in the back. So we can actually heal up our own Ursaluna. I opted to have like 2 dedicated Trick Room users in Armor Rouge and Dusclops and go for the Eject Pack Indeedee. And if you're using Eject Pack Indeedee, your chances are you're not running Trick Room on it because it will get hit before it even gets to use a move turn 1. So Heal Pulse is what I went for. And it comes in handy every now and then. I can foresee it happening in this very game. Let's go, Elenessa. Yeah! This Pokemon's insane. Insane. I wonder if the Tornadus even has Protect. I haven't seen it Protect a single time. I don't run Protect on my own Tornadus. So let's see what their last Pokemon is, but... It's the Pon. That thing might be running Psychic Terrain. Or a Spiky Shield. Sorry, I literally read the word Psychic Terrain and said it out loud. You ever do that? Let us Hyper Voice. And I could Helping Hand here. But I think something's telling me Heal Pulse now. Follow me on the next turn. So it's what I'll do. There's the Spiky. Just how specially defensive is that Tornadus? It took it all right. It took it all right. Bleak Wind's going to miss Ursaluna. Massive development. No more Twisted Dimensions. My instinct is just to Bloodmoon the Ogerpon, honestly. Yeah. Is it Hyper Voice or is it Bloodmoon? I think it's actually Hyper Voice, sorry. I think it's Hyper Voice. Single target Bleak Wind is not a thing I want to have to deal with. They taunt me, but after the Follow Me is activated, so that's good. Ivy Cudgel drops Indeedee anyway. Based on how much it did last turn, Hyper Voice should take Tornadus here. Oh, and it does so much to Ogerpon. Crit didn't matter. I don't know, Ogerpon. What do you think? How big are your boots there, son? Daughter? What a face-off. Between those two idiots. Oh, they're going for the flinchies. I don't hate it. They'll need a lot of them, though. It's not going to happen for them. It's honestly, it's really fun because we're obviously still in the first week of Regulation E, and in the first week of any format, teams typically aren't prepared for hard Trick Room. Or it's not that they're not prepared, but way less teams are packing something that deals with hard Trick Room because everybody's trying out new stuff, and so it often goes towards the speedy mons just for the fact that there are less hard Trick Room mons, like less mons that are built strictly for Trick Room. So you can get away with a lot with hard Trick Room in the beginning of a rule set. It's something that I've mostly fallen victim to in rule sets past, but it feels really good to be taking advantage of it for once. Good game to my opponent. Hey, thanks so much for checking out this video. 3 up, 3 down, 3 dubs. Very, very happy for Bloodmoon Ursaluna. Thank you for clicking on this video in the first place, especially if you are a new viewer. Welcome. Again, Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I stream, I battle against the chat. So if you want to come test your luck against this team or borrow this team and use it against me, that's a good time and place to do it right here on youtube.com. Not much else to say besides, again, as far as like teams that I typically make and post, I'm usually making like weirder stuff. I was just excited to try out Bloodmoon. It's not everywhere. It's definitely, people are aware of how good it is, but it's not like it's everywhere yet. But based on the success that I've had with this thing so far, both on camera and off, I wouldn't be surprised to see that thing being a pretty massive threat moving forward, especially if, and I know that there are more Trick Room threats coming in the second DLC that can further support Ursaluna. Thanks again for watching this video. Again, like, comment, subscribe, hit the buttons on the way out. Hello to my premiere viewers. If you're here right now, thank you for being here. And I think that's all I got for you. Until next time, my name is Berm. See you later.